What's up, Doc? Kiki.
Well, hello. How are you?
I am great. How are you, sir?
I'm good. I am full of color and very neatly done.
Not not very neatly done. Hey, Cookie. What's up, Tracy? Not very neatly done though. Very neatly done. Okay, then.
Then you gonna let me be very neatly
So
done.
it
Don't do
is
me.
Teacher Appreciation Week.
It is. It is. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week, my love. I appreciate you.
Thank you. And I appreciate you as well. Yes. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. So we thought that, we bring you a lot of gloom and doom, child. So we thought that for today we would bring you some happy stories to share with the people.
Yeah, yeah. To break some of the monotony. Not that there wasn't anything for us to talk about, but
There's so
no
many
gloom
things
and
that we
doom.
could, yeah. Not today. Not today.
Not,
we're gonna
not this
celebrate
week.
teachers. We're gonna appreciate teachers. Yeah, and so that's what we're gonna get into. So feel free if you guys want to share. I mean, I know it's a lot to type, but if you want to tell a happy teacher story, thank you for everybody's wishing us a happy Teacher Appreciation Week. Thank you so much. Um, so I think we've done this before, but what is your best teacher appreciation activity like that a principal has ever done for you? While I know right now you're not currently in a traditional school setting, but what is the best thing that you've ever gotten as a part of your teacher appreciation celebration?
Like you said, we have done this before. I think that in general, most teachers will tell you the best thing that you can give them is time off and time away from from the classroom, from the kids or whatever. Give us a day off. Give us, we come in that day and after lunch say, you know what, y'all are good. I'm gonna let y'all go. Leave camp. Or even if you say I done set up a spa day for the whole faculty, y'all go drive down to this address and go. Ain't nobody checking if you get there. You just know it's there if you want it. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right,
think
right.
you know what I'm saying? Ain't no sign in sheets, ain't no nothing. If you want it, it's there. If you don't, then happy teacher appreciation.
I agree. I think the best thing as an administrator you can give your teachers is time off. My best story, well, and again, I'm sure I've told this story before. When the school I worked at in DC was probably we had the best teacher appreciation. Like my principal definitely she got it, and we were right on the school I worked at. It was in downtown DC, and we were by the water. We were right there by the waterfront, and every city that has a dock has those day cruises. Here we have the Spirit of DC, we have the Spirit of Baltimore. I think they have it in Norfolk. They have the Spirit of Norfolk or whatever. And it's like one of those like 2 hour dinner cruises. You go out, you ride around. They have food, they have a DJ, and they have all those good things. My principal booked us one of those, and that was we left at lunchtime. I think we were on like the 1 o'clock boat or whatever. And her and her staff kept the kids all day. Like it was like, and like you said, our tickets were paid for. I mean, of course, our name was there. We went in. We had a ball. We rode around the Potomac. We had food. Of course, we had drinks. There was a band. We danced. We laughed. And when the boat got back, it was bye. See you tomorrow. And I think she did this on the last day, so it was bye. See you Monday. So it was like that Friday. That was like the best because, like you said, it gave us time away and it gave us some bonding time as a staff. And those were the days when, and I mean, I can't speak for every school, I'm just going to speak from my experiences, but when the principals didn't have a problem getting in the trenches because most of the principals had been in the trenches, right? They weren't these principals that never taught or only taught for 1 or 2 years. These are principals that,
Mhm.
they did this. Like, I ain't worried about these. Listen, I got these 800 kids. Me and my staff, we good. Y'all go have a good time. And, they probably
Mhm.
just let the kids watch movies and play outside, but they handled it and it was no issue. So for me, that was probably my best. Oh, y'all had the Spirit of Chicago. Citizen James said they had the Spirit. Yeah, I think most places
Um,
have something like
um,
that.
the teacher in me, the teacher in me is going to want us to put a T on the want, on the crawl, scrolling at the bottom, because it's gonna be like nails scratching at the
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me edit
chalkboard.
it. That's a typo. That's a
I
typo. Let me
know it
edit.
was,
Let me edit.
but English teacher here, English teacher
Blame
here.
it on the edit. Edit. I get it. I get it. I get it. Um. So the question is, would either one of us teach on a college or
I think
a
both
university
of us
level? I think
have
both of
at
us have.
one point.
Yeah, I think both of us have at one point. I
Yeah,
did
both
an
of us. I
adjunct.
know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been adjunct many, many, many times. It's cool to me. I don't see myself doing more than adjunct, only because I think it's if I had started on the university level full time younger, like maybe right after I got my doctorate, I probably would be more inclined to say, yeah, sure. But um now where I am, contrary to popular belief, college professors don't make a whole lot either. Not for not what you think they should be making. And then they don't start to really make anything until they get tenure. And now, I mean, even before tenure was difficult, but now more universities are making tenure track either just so arduous or to the point now where you just don't want to do it. Like education is not a good place to be right now, whether or not you're on the university level or on the K through 12 level. It's just not a good place to be. And like I said, I couldn't see myself doing more than, an adjunct, meaning every now and again I'll teach a course, and come in, teach a course, and then, after that, that's it.
Yeah. For me, I did a small stint and I taught U.S. history or American history, which was basically the same thing I was teaching in my day job. And so for me, I don't know, it was like, so I'm teaching US history to 19-year-olds instead of 15-year-olds, and the skill level was about the same at that for me at that point. And I was like, okay, if I were to go to a college level, again, I agree with El Teddy. I don't know if I would do it as a full time thing or do it as adjunct, but I definitely would want to teach a more specialized course, like maybe, comparative government or law. I mean, not a law class because I'm not, but something more specific than just U.S. history. I would want to teach. I don't know. I would want to teach something more specific, more zoned in.
Um,
So
to answer your question, Citizen Jane, that's pretty standard. Most colleges, whether it's community or a 4 year college or university, they're going to want you to have at least a master's. Now, I don't know about the having masters from a certain top tier school or anything like that, but I'm not aware. I'm pretty I'm pretty safe in saying you're not going to find too often where you don't have to have at least a master's, because that would affect their accreditation. Their accreditation with the regional accreditation organizations would be threatened if they started having faculty that did not at least have a master's degree.
yeah. Tracy has a teacher question. My son's grades came in and he failed math, but he still has a 2.9. Should I pay the 1K for him to retake the math course during the summer? Girl.
Is this on the college
I
level, or is
I
this
think you
on the
should.
K through 12? Is this your son who just went to college? Because if it's the son that just went to college, it may be a part. It may be a requisite class that
I
he
was gonna
has
say
to.
he may not have an
Yeah,
option. He may have to
yeah,
take the
he may
class.
not have an option. What a lot of colleges do though is they have a certain number of courses you can give what they call forgiveness on, or they may allow you to have two courses and say, hey, you can have forgiveness on 2 courses where they will remove that course from your transcript. Now you still have to pay money to take it again, but at least you can get forgiveness for that class. But if it's a part of his major requirements for his requisites for his major, he's going to have to take it anyway.
Yeah. So
And a lot of
that was gonna
colleges
actually be that
also,
I'm
yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say a lot of colleges also have, your liberal arts and sciences requirement before you get into your major, your courses for your major. And so math, on some level, is a part of most colleges in their liberal arts and science requirement to graduate.
yeah, I would say, yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. First of all, you need to find out if he needs it to graduate. And if he needs it to graduate, then it's not an option. And then I say that you make him get a job and pay you that $1,000 because at this point he's a college student and he's old enough to pick up that responsibility. I know that's what my daddy told me when I left for school. My daddy said, any class you gotta take over, you paying for. And that was all the incentive I needed to get my what together. But that's just me. This is your movie. Is it your movie good? I don't know what that
I
means,
think it's
baby. I
guide.
hope I did. I hope I did. I hope I didn't
I
mess
think
it.
it's
Is it
your
your
movie
movie
guide.
YD? I think capital
Mhm.
YD threw me off. Okay. He said I just oh he said I just got hired through TFA. I'm so excited to be a teacher. Well, congratulations. Welcome to the family. What grade are you going to be teaching? What grade and subject are you going to be teaching? Congratulations. They told him if he can retake it, then in about 2 semesters he will have an 18 credit semester. So then he has to take it again. Then he
Yeah,
needs to
then that
yeah, he
means
needs to take it.
yeah, 18 credits is a
Basically
full
what they're
load
saying is either
because
you're gonna take it now or you're gonna take it later.
hmm
And honestly,
yeah,
when you're talking
I
about
agree with
college,
really deep.
$1,000.
I
Go ahead.
agree
I'm sorry,
with you,
LT. Go
really
ahead.
deep. Make him pay for it. No, what I was gonna say, I agree with you. Make pay for it now, but tell him, hey, bruh, you need to go get you a
Yeah,
job and pay this off.
yeah. And that may incentivize him that this doesn't become a habit. But what it sounds like they're telling him is you may not have to take it now, but before you graduate, you have to take it. So you might as well go ahead and get it out the way. Social Studies 6 through 12 in Birmingham, Alabama, and it's movie
That's your
guide.
subject.
Okay, but it's lame.
That's your subject.
That's me. That's me. No, your name isn't lame. I just couldn't read it, child. Don't blame it on. Look, don't blame it on you. Blame it on me. Um. Well, first, so like I said, congratulations, and what an interesting time to be coming into social studies in Alabama. Okay.
Now, your movie guide, I'd love for you after you get through, because I know with TFA, they have you go through a lot of summer professional developments to get you prepared. I'd
Mm-hmm.
love at some point for you to come up and talk about your experience with us, because we do talk bad about TFA and a lot of programs like it. But I've heard that they have changed a lot over the years based on things that they've learned, that it's not like it was back in their first maybe 5 or 10 years. So I'd love for you to come up maybe sometime in the fall, or maybe toward the end of the summer, when you completed all of the professional development programs that they take you through, and talk about your experience and so forth. That'd be interesting to hear.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely have an open invitation if you want to come and talk to us. Like I said, I'm with El Teddy. Let you go through your training and things like that, and just keep up with us because again, coming into the profession is it has to be through a different lens than where I came in and where El Teddy came in 30 years ago. So
Girl, I'm not doing this with you today. Nope. You and Tracy can go straight to hell. Because I know Tracy about to be in the comments and say something to back you up. Both of y'all can go to hell. Oh, I try to keep it nice
I
and
was waiting.
PC over here on Teacher Project 2.0, and y'all be
I
dragging
was
me into
waiting
the
for you.
mud. Lord.
I think we have a delay today, and so it was funny because I was waiting for you to hear it, And then your face was like, wait a minute, what?
Can't stand
Um,
y'all.
oh my gosh, one kid's with the grant. Oh yeah, he need to go ahead and pay you, and he need to go ahead and take it. See, Tracy said you started teaching in 1974, sir.
I'm not doing this with y'all. Y'all trying to bring me out of character and take me. I'll go straight L Teddy 27 channel and just start cussing. But we're not gonna do that over here. Don't keep it nice.
We're not going to do
Ugh.
that. Well, so we have okay, so we have a couple of feel good articles. Y'all know what we always do. We always drop it in the chat. So we're gonna go through some of the feel good, stories.
I think you missed the article.
Um,
I had a fourth article.
I have four here. One, two, three, four. I got four.
Not oh, you emailed me only three. I'm sorry. Okay.
Oh, all
No,
right
you're
then.
fine. And I don't need the email. No, no, I don't need the email. I'm just making sure you got all four
Okay.
because you emailed me just three. So you're fine.
All
You're
right.
good.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go back and forth. We'll start with the best teachers in TV and movies, and then we'll do a sentimental one, and then we'll do another, nostalgic one, and then we'll end with a sentimental one, so we can get El Teddy to cry. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
The goal today is to get El Teddy to shed a tear. That is the goal. The goal today. And
I
I'm gonna
don't
go ahead
know.
and
That's
share this.
hard.
I know, right? That's a problem. No problem. I started training a couple of years. I got my master's last week. Congratulations! And I think you have to have a master's or in the process of receiving it to get the program based on my cohort. Okay. Well, congratulations to you on your master's and graduation.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Ciao. Thank you, Ravine. Thank you, everybody coming in and congratulating us on the happy teacher appreciation and all that good stuff. Thank you. Um, All right, let's go this one. Now, this is from People Magazine. This may be a little nostalgic and fun for everybody, so I'm sharing the screen. The most memorable teachers in pop culture. So this is going to be fun. Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. Now, let me tell you something. I loved me some Mr. Feeney.
I loved Mr. Feeney, but is he number one for me? I don't. It may not be ranked, so let me just not assume that it's ranked.
I don't know if he's number one, but so
But
what
Mr.
was
Feeney's up
his?
there. Didn't he recently die?
I think he did.
I think
Though
he
most kids
recently
might
died.
dread having a teacher for a neighbor, Mr. Feeney, played by William Daniels, was the exception to the rule. The beloved teacher managed to become a mentor, friend, and trusted advice giver to Corey Matthews. Just try not to tear up, thinking about Boy Meets World's finale, in which Mr. Feeney tells his students, "I love you all, class is missed." Yeah, it was. Listen, and I was not an avid Boy Meets World watcher. Like I caught it when I caught it, but that finale definitely was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good one. It was. I like Mr. Feeney. He was good.
Now I don't even know who this is, and I'm not even going to try to butcher this man's name. Manish. I'm not going to play with the last name from Never Have I Ever. Do you know Never Have I Ever? Are you
I've
familiar
never
with it?
seen it.
Anybody in the
Never
chat?
seen it.
Y'all put it. I've seen it, but I don't know. But it is everybody wants one cool teacher who knows when you give a hard time and when to show you some, or when to give you a hard time and when to show you some support. I think I'm that guy. I think that's me. Yeah, I think I'm that person. You think I'm that person? He got real quiet.
And mm,
I think
you
I'm the
just
cool
called
teacher.
me old.
I'm just saying. But I don't think I. But I ain't gonna say I'm the cool teacher because But I'm definitely, I definitely know when, to joke around and when to kind of be like, okay, all right, y'all, sit your butts down. Number three is Miss Honey from Matilda. Now
I
I did,
love listen.
I
Loved
did
her
love her.
and loved Matilda. Matilda. Loved Matilda. Oh my God.
With a name like Miss Honey, this iconic teacher was bound to be sweet, dedicated to giving her students a happy place to learn and nourish from their talents. We would have braved the chokey if it meant we got to be in her class. Plus, she could rock a pair of overalls like it was nobody's business.
I
Mm,
loved Miss
mm.
Honey. Loved her.
Now, when I tell you this dude is iconic. Now you want us. Now we get into Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. This is iconic. If you have never
Yeah.
seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you are doing yourself a disservice and you
Even though
need to
I
go.
hate the actor, even though I know the actor is a racist piece of crap, but
Who, Ben Stein?
yeah,
He
yes,
is.
yes, very much so. Hell, we just did a whole thing on him a couple weeks ago. Ben Stein is known. Remember, Big Stein. Ben Stein was the OG, a part of Reagan's administration, and was helping with all of the tomfoolery they had going on during the Reagan administration. He is unapologetic about it. He had a whole racist tirade about Aunt Jemima and them changing the name and stuff like that. Like he's on record with all of his racism and discrimination.
Okay. You know what? I do think I saw that. Okay, I do think I saw that about the Aunt Jemima thing. I feel like I scrolled past it because I was like, I just can't. Okay. All right. Professor McGonagall from the Harry Potter movies. I'm here for that. You know, I'm a Harry Potter stan. And Professor McGonagall was my girl. But I'm gonna be honest, unpopular opinion, I like Snape. I like Snape. Snape, I
I've
feel like,
never seen a Harry Potter movie, so I wouldn't know.
oh God, you are just why. I need
I
you to
never
just
got into it. Never got into it.
Abby, I'm gonna need you to stay on El Teddy about watching Harry Potter the way you stay on me about watching Hamilton. Because I feel
The
like
fact that you have not seen Hamilton is a tragedy and travesty.
moving on. Let's be real. The teachers at Hogwarts were truly a mixed bag, but when it came to her craft, Professor McGonagall was a boss witch. And she was. And she was.
You know what? That's the one time. That's probably her best role, and I never thought she'd do better than Sister Act. But that's probably her best role she's played.
I love her. I ain't gonna lie, I love her as Professor McGonagall child. Jamie Escalante from Stand and Deliver. Stand and Deliver is based on a true story of a high school math teacher who managed to teach his students who were below grade level and behind in math calculus through determination and hard work. I like the fact that this is based on a true story and it is based around color by a teacher of color, and I appreciate that. Now, Carla, what you
You
think?
have to, as a teacher, there are certain teacher movies that you have to watch. It's requisite watching as a teacher. And Deliver is one of those. Like you
Absolutely.
can't say that you haven't seen Stand and Deliver, and you're an educator. You
On the
just
list.
can't say.
If you are going into the teacher profession and this isn't on your list, you got to put it on your list and go see it yesterday. Got to go see it yesterday. Okay. Dewey Finn from School of Rock. Now I'm gonna be honest, I've only seen this movie one time, so
I've
okay.
only seen it one time as well. I'm really like it was just okay for me. I know people
Yeah.
just love it, but it was really just okay for me.
You know why movies like this, and I'm about to probably go too serious for a second. So bring me back, El Teddy, if I go too far. Okay.
Okay.
Movies like this, movies like this bother me because I feel like movies like this make teaching look like it is just so easy and you can just sort of stumble into it, halfway do it, and just be great at it. And it's just not that easy. Now I know it's a movie, I know it's a comedy, so I'm not gonna write a dissertation about this. But movies like this, they're like, okay, they're cute. You know what I mean? I'll watch it, but I mean, I like I said, I saw it one time and I was kind of be like, all right then. Jack Black's iconic School of Rock character was just impersonating a teacher. He proved that sometimes the greatest lessons aren't the ones that have to do with reading, writing, and arithmetic. Sometimes you just need to be taught that you're not hardcore until you live hardcore. Okay, I guess that's what you get from that. You know I stand Whoopi.
You okay? You
So
okay,
we
ma'am?
know
Because
that
you're having a
this is.
whole religious experience
I'm
right now.
fine with this being on the list. You know I'm fine with this being on the list. Sister Mary Clarence from Act Two. Y'all know how I feel about the whoop. Y'all know. and this was iconic. Obviously, I think most people would agree that Sister Act 2 was their favorite out of the two. But I think she was great in Sister Act. I mean, she wasn't a teacher in Sister Act
She
1,
was
so I can't
great
say
in
that.
Sister Act
But
1. And I
yeah,
don't
she
think
was.
anybody thought that 2 would be better than 1. And it actually was.
It
So
was.
that's interesting. That's real
And
interesting.
most sequels aren't. All right, Miss Norbury from Mean Girls. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never seen Mean Girls, so
I've seen
I'm gonna
Mean
just say
Girls. She was she was a classic teacher. But I've seen Mean Girl. I haven't seen it more than one. I've only seen it once, but and I think I was forced to watch it that one time. But yeah, she was traditional in her approach to me.
yeah. And Mean Girls, like I said, I've seen bits and pieces of Mean Girls, but I haven't seen the whole thing. So John Keating in Dead Poet Society. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I liked it. I
I
because
did like it. I think that people have this character in their mind as if that's what makes you a great teacher. Not that he wasn't a great
right,
teacher, but I
but you
don't.
don't
I
need to
think
jump on the desk to be a great teacher.
right. I think people kind of, and I've been on desks in my classroom before. It wasn't because I was copying. It's because the moment called for it, or there was this exigence that came out of the experience going on at that time. I love the character as an English teacher. I've seen this movie 8,000 times. So I'm a huge Walt Whitman poetry fan. So yeah, I
You know what?
mm,
I haven't
nothing
seen
bad.
it in a while. I might need to go revisit this. I've seen it a few times, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. I love Robin Williams. I was heartbroken
That's
when he
easily
died.
one of his top 3 movies. Easily one of his top 3 movies.
I agree. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. And I was one of those people that loved Mork and Mindy, grew up on it. So I was a big Robin Williams fan from a kid.
I'm
Miss Fizzle
old,
from the
but
Magic
you're
School Bus.
referencing Mork and Mindy. I just want you to know that, put that in context. You calling me old while referencing Mork and Mindy when 75% of your audience have no idea what Mork and Mindy is. Nanu, Nanu,
Then they need to go Google it.
Nanu, Nanu.
Not well, you know, Nanu Nanu. How about that? You know. I've never seen the Magic School Bus either, so
You've
I'm just
never seen the Magic School Bus? That's just like I've never seen SpongeBob SquarePants in my life. But I've seen the Magic School Bus.
no, I
Miss
haven't.
Frizzle is cool. I like Miss Frizzle. She's cool. I like Miss. She's a really cool teacher. Like I will say, Magic School Bus is good watching for kids. It's good quality watching. A lot of learning.
Okay. Now the next person is El Teddy's guy. This is El Teddy right here.
You know this is my movie. I know
Go
every word
Club
of this
from Lean
movie
on
word
Me.
for word. You know this is my
That's
movie.
what I said. This
I
El
know every
Teddy's video
word.
right here.
Yeah. Listen. This is movie perfection. This is cinema perfection. Every part of it. Here for all of it.
And again,
Hmm.
it's based on a true story. So I'm here for the true story. I actually knew somebody that went to school with him, and he actually put her out of school. She she was
She
fighting,
was
and
part of the ones that got
she
kicked
was
out.
well, she wasn't there when he first became principal, but she actually did. She ended up transferring. Her family moved to Maryland, and we ended up going to high school together. And she was a fighter, and she said her it was a situation. It was one of those things that it escalated. You know how things happen at school where it'll be one fight, then it'll be a retaliation for the fight. Then somebody will bring their friend up to the school. Then somebody will bring their brother up to the school. It was one of those things. And by the time it got to I guess the third or fourth incident, Joe Clark was like, "Yeah, you gotta go. Your brother." It
But
was
you
like
know
her
what?
and her brother.
That was during that time, 70s, 80s, very early 90s, where a school was synonymous with a principal. Like, especially like in black neighborhoods, those principals stayed at those schools for decades,
Yeah,
raising generations within a family. Like, that principal knew that whole family. Boy, I know your mama, your grandma, your great grandma. You know what I'm saying? Well, they became
right.
synonymous,
And
and you
that's
don't
where
even
the
have that
community
anymore.
Right. That's
You
like a
just don't see it.
community school. And we don't
Mm-hmm.
have that anymore because we've
Mm-mm.
destroyed that with, and again, I'm not gonna bring up the villain's name, but I know here in DC that was destroyed with this whole new way of doing things, and we're gonna push the old people out and we're gonna bring in
Well,
these new
I don't know if your girl was responsible for that, but what I will say is
in DC. No, I
it,
can
it
speak to this.
started. They stopped that probably early to mid '90s in Florida and in my area where there became a larger pool of people eligible to be principals and not having the opportunity because they had people there perpetually, and so they started to move people around. um and this is probably, but I forgot you've been teaching since God was a child, so that probably was around the time you started teaching anyway, back in way back in '92 and '91 and stuff like that, 30 years ago.
Um, in DC, that is what she brought that mindset in. And she fired a lot of people. She closed a lot of schools that were community schools. And like you said, like I know I can speak to the school I taught at. We literally had teachers who had been there, the principal who knew, like, I taught your mama's mama. You know what I mean? And there was that institutional, like, we knew kids by their families. Like when the last name came in, we were like, oh, they are Brady. And you were like, oh Lord, we got another Brady coming through or whatever. Like we knew what we were getting, but we also knew, like we had a situation. I mean, this is a perfect example. We had a situation. We had a new AP, and we had a teacher who had been there for 20 years, maybe even longer. Like he had been teaching there forever, and it was a little kid there. He was I was at the junior high school, so he was like a seventh grader, but he already had tattoos and whatever. And one day the teacher was talking to the little boy. Little boy was bad, right? I mean, bad kid. And he told him, he said, you are an asshole, right? He said that to the kid. Just so happened that our new AP, she was brand new to the school, didn't know nobody from nobody. She wrote him up, and not only did she write him up, she wrote him up as corporal punishment. So El Teddy, corporal punishment, that takes it to another level. So now he's under
Hmm.
investigation, and she and what ended up happening was she called the parent and told the parent, I just want to let you know that this incident happened today, but don't worry, I filed the paperwork, to have this teacher, disciplined, blah blah blah. And the parent was like, "You mean Mr. So and so?" She said, "Yeah." She was like, "My son probably was being an asshole. He all right." Like, and she went on to explain. She said, "Well, if you need me to," she said, "I'm not going to sign off on anything." She said, "He taught my all my other kids. He coached my kids because he was the basketball coach." She was like, "He's coached my kids. He's picked my kids up and brought them home after a game. Like, I'm not going to file a complaint. I'm not mad at him. I don't have a problem with what he said." She said, "My son probably was being an asshole in that moment. And don't get me wrong, was he wrong for saying it? Yes. But again, it's those relationships she didn't know, and she didn't have
Right.
that relationship. And
Hmm.
how parents used to tell us, if you need to pop them, pop them. It was one of those things where
Hmm.
she was like, "Listen, he got my permission to yoke him up if he need to yoke him up." And
That's
again,
like
I'm not saying teach or train y'all.
my first school I taught at was a school in the Haitian neighborhood. And so I had a lot of brothers, sisters, cousins, a lot of, repeat. I knew, like you said, the last thing. And the parents knew me. And they were like, they would always come and say, whatever you need to do, you already know you have my permission. If you need to take them around the corner and do what you need to do, go ahead and handle it. I said, no, I ain't gonna do that. I'll leave that to y'all. But like you said, those things happen. Now,
Yep. Tammy
she's
Taylor.
not
Now
a teacher.
I loved Friday Night Lights. This was a good
I
show.
did too. Wasn't she the principal?
I think she ended up by the end of the show, she became the principal, but she started off, she was like the guidance counselor or something. But I think by the end of the show, she did become the principal or something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, see right here it says, if it's impossible to name a principal with better hair. Yeah, she became the principal. Yeah.
Okay.
Jessica Day from New Girl. I never watched New Girl.
I never watched New Girl. Never watched it.
All right, well, let's keep scrolling. Yes, Lydia Grant from
Come
Fame.
on, Lydia
Hey,
Grant.
Lydia Grant. Now listen, I love me some Fame. I love the movie and I love the TV show. The
Mhm.
original movie, not that remake bullshit. The original. And Lydia Grant used to give it to her and Leroy, baby. She used to give it to him.
She used to give Leroy
Baby
the
Allen look
business.
good.
Poor Leroy. Poor Leroy.
For do you want fame? Well, fame costs. And right here is where you start paying and sweat. If that ain't the most iconic intro to a television show.
Yep.
All right,
Ah,
Captain
gotta love
Ann
that.
Watson for Mona Lisa Smile. I like this character. I did like this character.
Leroy is dead, Ravine. He's dead.
Leroy is dead. He, rest his soul. I believe he HIV or drug use.
I thought it was HIV, but I think he's been dead for a minute.
Yeah, he's been gone a while. He's been gone for a while. Yeah. Yes. Now I like Mona Lisa Smile. I like the whole story behind it, explaining that them rich white girls were sent to school to find them a rich white husband. Child.
Hmm.
She went in there to shake it up, shake it up, shake it. All right, Dr. Joshua Larrabee from Aquila and the Bee. Yes, I was here for it. Yes, Larry.
Yeah,
Lawrence Fishburne. Yes,
that was a great role for Lawrence Fishburne too.
that was a good movie.
Underrated role for him. Very underrated role for
I
him.
think so too. I agree with you. I agree. It was underrated. I agree. Miss Bliss from Good Morning Miss Bliss. I don't know nothing about this show.
No, no, no. I remember this. I remember this.
Before there was Saved by the Bell, there was Good Morning Miss Bliss, which is
She was
originally
always
from
that nice
Lakeside.
teacher, always nice for no reason. Very seldomly got angry, but yeah, I remember her.
Okay, so this was the prequel to Saved by the Bell. Okay, I'm not. I don't remember it, but okay. Miss Mr. G from Summer Heights High. I don't.
No idea. No idea.
No, we can keep scrolling. Mr. Hollins from Mr. Hollins Opus. Ooh.
I've never not watched that movie and not started crying at the end. Oh my God, the end of that movie when the clarinet player that he had been working on at the beginning of the movie ends up being the governor, and she comes back and starts playing the clarinet with the band, and they they played his song. Oh my God! By the end of the movie, I'm boo snot bubbles crying every time I watch the movie. It's ridiculous. Even though now we have to cancel Richard Dreyfuss because he's now a
He ain't now a
racist.
racist. We just found out he was a
Well,
racist.
he's been a racist. We were just acknowledging his racism.
That's what I'm saying, right? Veronica Vaughn from Billy Madison. I thought this was Billy Madison is one of those movies where I probably am not gonna go out of my way to watch it, but if it's on, I'll look at it for a little while.
Yeah, it was a funny movie.
Yeah, it was. It was. Is that it? Oh, okay, that's it. All right. What was that? Okay. All right. So now we're gonna make El Teddy cry,
I doubt it.
or yeah, probably not, child. Let me find out. El Teddy is sentimental. He has his moments.
I do. I've cried on my channel before. You got to go back something. You got to go way back, way back.
Yeah, he has his moments. All right. So now we have. Now we're not gonna read all 51 of these, but we're gonna look at some of them. 51 teacher thank you notes, and these are real notes. These are actual notes that people have given to their teachers. I got a couple of thank you notes
I've gotten
electronically.
some thank you notes, especially like right before graduation or right after graduation. I got some thank you notes that laid me out. Matter of fact, I have a student who just who's graduating this weekend from college, and he sent me a long message, and I was reading it yesterday, and
And it made you cry.
took me out, took me all the way out, took me all the way out.
Oh,
Listen, he was one of my IEP kids. His mom was always there for him. He always was stalking around my classroom, telling Louis, you gotta help me with such and such. Okay, come on. And he's
all
graduating
right.
from
So here's
Tuskegee.
one. All right, but Tuskegee. Hey, Miss Rushing. I'm writing to let you know that I've accepted my first job as a Texas history teacher and football coach at Red Oak Junior High. I wanted to personally thank you that you were my inspiration to becoming a history teacher in the first place and instilling that passion in me. I want to be able to influence students and be a positive role model like you were for me. You are, I think that's supposed to be an amazing teacher, and you have done more for me than you will ever know. So, again, thank you. And this looks like this came through Facebook, so that's always a fun thing to see when you go
Mm-hmm.
into your Facebook. But okay. All right, message in a bottle. Not you will be missed. That's cute. Miss
That is.
Jankowski, you will be missed. Oh, that's cute.
That is.
Super poster to our wonderful teacher superhero. That's cute. Now that's cute.
That is. I can see your kids doing that for you.
Oh, child.
No,
All right,
no.
and it deep underground. Oh, here's the whole story. I don't know if I'll be able to read it all. Deep underground, there was a city populated by thousands and thousands of moles. All the moles did their own work to pay for their own food. Not one mole shared with another, but one. Her name is Miss Wendy. Miss Wendy loves to cook or give back to other moles. Most of the community thinks she's crazy and took none of her food, but that didn't, I'm going to think that meant to say stop her. And she continued to set up her stand every day. Okay, I can't read the rest of that. That's a little. Until one day she could, let me see if this will open up.
Until one day she could take
Yeah, read it because I can't read
she
that.
could take having no until one day she could take having no customers no longer. So Wendy packed all of her things and moved somewhere bigger and better above the ground of Mole City. Wendy knew it would be risky, but she knew she would get more customers there. After Wendy set her, I guess that's supposed to be stand up, many animals came to what see what she was cooking up. Of all different sizes and neighbors came to have some of Wendy's whatever. This made Wendy the happiest she's been in years. With all the great business, Wendy was able to open a bigger and better place from all the new helpers and booming customers. Wendy was glad she made she moved above the mole city. Okay, I guess
Hey,
that was nice.
that's cute. Hey, brother Dev, how you doing? Okay, all the reasons. Miss Benson, you gave me all the reasons to dream big and all the resources to achieve it. You are a blessing to my in my I guess that's a life. Oh yeah, that's a life. Happy Teachers Day. Now that's a good one. That's short, sweet, and to the point.
Hmm.
That's a good one. Oh Lord. Okay. Miss Shager or Shoger. The holiday season is drawing closer, and with it, a new cheer and gratitude towards the people and ideas that have inspired us to perform our best and bring happiness to the people surrounding us. If there's anything inspiring that I remember about my eighth grade year, it's your goodbye speech at the end of our second semester, the last day of middle school career. I remember seeing your lip begin to quiver as the first tear rolled down your cheek and trying not to cry myself. I got an urge to stand up and just hug you. You made me feel like during my eighth grade year, I made a difference in your mood, whether the difference was good or bad. Well, you acknowledged me as an individual and seemed to enjoy doing so. So, in return for your kindness, I thank you for all the days that I felt down, but was able to laugh and overall just amused at the half and hour long stories you spent the time to tell every class period. Child, what? Thank you for being patient and kind when I was being restless and unteachable. Ooh, that's a good one. Thank you for the random orange tickets that I never really understood the reason for, but knew it, but knew they meant that I did something good. Thank you for being such a sweet woman, always willing to help me when I needed you. As you might remember, math is not my best subject, never has been, but your attitude made it a bit more interesting for me. I hope you can continue to inspire and amuse everyone you meet. Happy holidays. Now, let me tell you, that is sweet. And let me tell you why that's a good one because that was just a random, I was thinking about you. It's Christmas time, and here you go. That's a cute.
And it always means a lot too when there are little things that you do in your classroom and you take for granted that you do this, not thinking that they're paying attention to all of the little things that quirks that you have as a teacher, or the little things that you do that differentiate you from the other teachers, because you find out the older they get, the more they just want the little sticker at the top of their paper.
Okay, Lord, they do. Oh. Dear
No.
Miss Olson, you are an awesome teacher. When you teach, it feels like I'm not learning anything. But once you get done teaching, I realize I learned something. You are a better teacher than you think. That's funny. That's
Oh
funny. All right, we'll
man.
read a few more. We'll read a few more. All right, the cutest comparisons. Okay, I don't think we have the whole one with there. You comparing the teacher to the snowflakes? Okay. You are the best
Okay.
teacher ever. Whenever I am sad, you make my day shine. You light me up inside like the 4th of July.
I love you very much. Wow.
Oh, no, this is a cute one. Thank you so much for the effort you put into teaching everyone, including me. You have made understanding calculus so much easier. Oh, well, you definitely want, if you teaching calculus, Lord have mercy.
Listen, we love us a piece of candy or something to eat on.
I guess this is Miss M is the bomb.
I think that's supposed to
Wait,
be the
no.
bomb. I think that's supposed to be the bomb.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. To show my appreciation, I would like you to know that you are a pretty cool teacher. You could snap at some points, but it's okay because we make you like that. Oh, oh Lord. Oh gosh.
At least they know.
At least they know that it's our fault. Dear Miss Von Time, I guess. I love how you love me too. You are the best teacher in our class. You are the best teacher we ever wished for. I appreciate your love to me. Oh, isn't that cute? Good morning, Miss Street, sir. It's been a really long time, a really, really long time, and you had so many students. I'm not sure you would even remember me. However, you were the reason I felt safe at school when I actually showed up before I was homebound. I had a period with you daily. We would sit together in the hallway because of my anxiety and depression. I just want you to know that you are the only reason I made it as far as I did in ninth grade. Thank you. Now that's a letter that would make me cry.
Yeah, that's the letter. You be over there in the corner and at your desk, snot
Yeah,
bubbles before the kids
yeah.
come in. Got to get
That's
yourself together before
yeah,
that
that's a
next
Kleenex
period comes.
commercial. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a Kleenex
Hmm.
commercial right there. That's a Kleenex
Yeah.
commercial.
Because you're gonna remember all them times where you had to snatch them in the hallway. Come out here, come outside. Come on.
Hmm.
I had a student write me a letter saying that they said, Dr. Lewis, you do not understand that every time you took me outside, I felt like it was one person who cared about me enough to not embarrass me in front of everybody. And you always took that, he just went on and on about how every time he got in trouble, he would get embarrassed in front of the whole class. And my philosophy was always, come talk to me outside. When I got real mad, I would never scold a child in front of, I would say, no, come, let's talk outside.
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to give them that, audience, to get back at me. And he wrote this long letter. Maybe I had snot bubbles from that one letter. Mm.
Dear Miss Suarez, you are so nice, cool, and educational. I think that it is so cool that you speak Spanish. Thank you for all you do from Maya. Now, I don't know if Maya is a Spanish speaker and it was a comfort, or Maya just thought it was cool that she spoke a different language. Okay. All right, let's look at a few more and then we'll get, let me see. Oh, Lord, I can't read this one. Mr. Green, you wrote it in green. Okay, I can't read that. I'm not going to kill my eyes. Miss Smith is leaving. We have to find a way to make her stay. Oh, that's cute.
This is the kind of stuff that I have to read as an English teacher, even in high school. I would get handwriting just as bad. Even in
Oh yeah.
high school, it's just ridiculous. the hieroglyphics that you have to read.
People
Where I
don't
lost
understand.
it.
That's why I'm scrolling because I'm like, I have to do it at work, but I ain't got to do it here. Uh, do you see how they spell magnificent?
Mm-hmm.
Mac this
Wow.
determined. Look how they spell determined. Wow. Okay.
Magnificent.
Miss Vigan, you are literally the best teacher ever in the whole wide world, even. Words can't describe how happy and I guess amazed I was when I found out I was in your lovely class. I think everyone's going to be sad when they have to leave, including me. You taught me so many things and encouraged me to do my best every time. Please keep being your lovely self forever until we're old grannies, Grammys, and grandpas. Okay, that's cute. All right, I'm gonna leave this one here. We're gonna go to the next little Mabob. Janae, you get a lot of notes too. See, even on a college level, you get a lot of notes. Yeah. All right. Now this one again is gonna be a little nostalgic. Um, we'll see. El Teddy.
The goal is to make me cry.
No, this ain't gonna make you cry. No. There'll probably be some overlap with this one, I think, because this is called "These Are the Best Movies About Teachers." So I think there's gonna probably be a lot of overlap. But we're gonna look at it anyway, child. We're gonna look at it anyway. Hey, what's up, Jason? Shando. All right. My computer is
Jason.
slow today. Okay, here we go. All right. These are the best movies about teachers. Now, of course, they have it ranked, but of course, y'all know we ain't gonna rank it the same. Looks like that's School of Rock. I know that better not be number one. So they have okay. School of Rock is number 10, I guess. Mona Lisa Smile is number 9. The Great Debaters. Now that is
The
a movie I
Great
love.
Debaters was so good. A friend of mine was in The Great Debaters. A friend of mine was in the movie as an extra. Oh my God, that was such a good movie.
Mm.
That was a good movie. Great movie.
Oh my, TV fucking crazy. All right. Yeah, I actually use debaters as a teaching tool, and we're talking depression and post World War One life for Black folk. But this is a good movie. Even when we get into the unions and communism, that mindset, this is one. It's based on a true story, and the people in here doing some really great things, becoming one of the founders of CORE and all that stuff. Okay.
Hmm.
Stand to Deliver, which we already said. If it's not on your list, put it on your list.
Hmm.
If you've never seen
Great
Stand to
Debaters
Deliver
should
and
be
it's
on
not
your
on your
list
list,
too.
it needs
The Great Debaters should be
absolutely
on
the
your
Great
list.
Debater should be on your. If you've never seen the Great
Absolutely
Debater,
on your list.
yeah. If you've never seen the Great Debater, it should be on your list. Yes, absolutely. To Serve with Love. Ooh,
Old school. I love To Serve with Love. Sidney
yes, I
Poitier.
love To Serve with Love.
I forgot about this one. Absolutely forgot about this one.
Definitely. If you don't put To Serve with Love on your list, absolutely.
Yeah,
Half Nelson. I've never seen Half Nelson.
never
Ryan
heard of it.
Fleck, 2006
Never
Mama
heard
Have
of it.
Nelson stars Ryan Gosling as an inner city middle school teacher with a drug habit who forms a friendship with the student after she discovers his secret. I don't what? He's a history teacher and a girls basketball coach who's well liked by his students and colleagues, but a mess in his personal life, struggling with his addiction and even being caught by a student. The pair eventually develop an unexpected friendship due to the other's inner turmoil. Yeah, I don't know if I would recommend this one.
I might go watch it. I'll watch it. I'll let you know
There
how
you
it
go,
is.
El Teddy, a clarinet player.
I'm always curious. Yep, there she go. Yep.
Mr. Holland's Opus again, great one. And I love
Not
the fact that
Bubble.
yeah, I definitely love the fact that they show a real struggle. The real struggle. Yep, that's a great one.
Because remember his son was deaf,
Yep.
and as a band director, he could not. And him and his wife, oh, they fought about that son. Oh, he remember he hated his son because he was deaf.
Remember when he almost left his wife for the student?
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Mm-hmm. Real stuff, people. Real stuff. Okay. School of Rock. I mean,
I don't
oh,
see how it's number three.
it says the Mr.
Mr.
Holland
Hollis
Opus
Opus should be higher than number four. Let's just be clear. But who am
Yeah,
I?
we're not doing that. I do want to say this though, you guys. Motivated by the film, its composer Michael Kamen founded the Mr. Holland Opus Foundation in 1996 to promote music education, and in over 24 years, the foundation has donated more than 33,000 instruments to over 2 million students. I think that is awesome. I think that is awesome. Okay,
Mm-mm.
election? No.
I've never even seen it.
I've seen it, but I wouldn't even put this in the realm of great teacher movies. This is no. I'm gonna have to say no on this one. No. Okay, they have Dead Poets Society as number one.
That
Um,
makes sense.
I would yeah, I'm not mad at Dead Poets Society being number one. I am mad at some of the other decisions they put on
Like,
the list,
where's Lean
but
on
I'm
Me?
not mad about right. I know you were gonna be mad about Lean on Me. Where's Lean on Me? Um, but you know what? I am glad wasn't on either one of these lists. If I'm being honest, if I just got to be honest, you know what? I am mad we did not see. I'm
What?
glad we did not see Dangerous Minds. I'm glad we
Oh,
did not see the right. What was the writing one? Um,
um,
with the writers.
um, what was it called? Ghost Rider? No, not Ghost Rider.
No, not Ghost. Shit. What was that movie? I mean,
There
shucks.
was a part of that movie that I did like. That movie, and it wasn't her teaching. It was the interaction with her and the husband. Because remember, the husband had issue with her because he felt like she was spending more time worried about her kids than on their relationship. That was the one part that I did think they got right, but the rest of it was trash.
Yeah, it was called Rough. Not Rough Riders, but right. It was something with
It
writers,
was
and it was
something
like
with
a double.
writing. I remember because we even took our
Yeah, but
kids
it
to
was
go
like
see
a
it.
double entendre with the writing thing. I can't remember what
I
it.
can't
But it
remember
had
who was.
Ben Affleck's ex wife was in it. I can't think of the girl name, but it was Ben Affleck's ex wife starred in it. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. At that point in my life, I was like, if I got to see another white teacher go into the hood and save all of humanity, I'm just gonna. I can't.
Right.
I just can't. But
I
yeah.
mean,
So I'm be honest with you. I may not agree with all of the movies they put on there, but I am so glad that Dangerous Minds and that other movie did not make it, child. I'm just glad. If I'm just gonna be honest.
Freedom Riders. I think that's what it was. Freedom
Freedom
Riders.
Riders, that's it. Riders.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank you, lovely true. Right. Jason said, "Where's Mr. Clark?" I agree. Where is Mr. Clark?
Don't get me started. Y'all know, don't get me started.
You know,
Y'all know
El
that's
Teddy
my
about
move.
to blow. Right. You know, El Teddy about to blow. All right. And so before we get out of here, we also have another sentimental. I said we would mix it up. So here's the sentimental. People are sharing kind things that teachers said, and we're crying. Now, remember, the goal was to try to get a tear from El Teddy, although I don't think it's going to happen. But we can hope, wish, and pray. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Fairy side. Lip not to join in and sing with me.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Ma'am, I need
What
you
you
to be
gonna
on
join
key
in with?
though. No, you got to be on key, ma'am. Got to be on key. What? That's my movie. I'm very protective of Lead on Me. I'll
See, I can't
fight
say
you.
what I want to say. I can't say what I want to say, but anyway,
Hmm.
people are
I had to
sharing
get this.
kind things. They've said that they'll never forget. The teachers have said that they'll never forget, and we're crying. So these are things that teachers have said to people that, since people always want to talk about how a teacher told them they wasn't gonna be nothing, and the teacher told me I was stupid, and the teacher told me I was dumb. All the horrible things people remember. Let's look at some of the positive things that people remember that a teacher said to them. My high school teacher encouraged me to travel, telling me that I was meant for bigger things. She inspired me to study abroad, which changed my life forever. I have been teaching for 27 years now, and I hope I will impact a child as immensely as she did me. That's beautiful. When I was in second grade, I asked my teacher if you cross both T's together or separately when writing in cursive. She told the class that I had asked a great question. I didn't recall her answer, but I do remember that comment making a very shy girl feel very good. Listen, sometimes it's the small things. It's the small
Hmm.
things. I was pretty bummed about not getting first place. Okay, when I was in sixth grade, I got second place in the school spelling bee. I was pretty bummed about not getting first place, but when I got back to the classroom, my teacher and classmates made a big banner for me and were chanting a song that they had made up about how they were proud of me. I'll never forget it. Fast forward 25 years, and I'm running our school spelling bee next week. I hope I can be as encouraging to those kids as my sixth grade teacher was to me. Oh, that's
Oh,
my elementary teacher, Miss Mandeville, rest in peace, observed me explaining my science fair project on light refraction when I was in the sixth grade and said I'd make a great teacher. Fast forward 33 years, I'm still teaching. Oh,
so nice, so sentimental, so sweet.
mm,
No tears.
she's doing a lot. Okay. Um,
Oh, do the seventh grade writing one. That's me, the English teacher in me. The cask of Amontillado.
yeah, I used to like that story. Anyway, I had a seventh grade writing assignment where I had to continue a short story we had finished reading. I took Montresor. Did I say that right?
Montresor.
Montresor from the cask of Amontillado back upstairs to the streets of Carnival to continue his madness. I still don't
Mm.
even remember what I wrote, but I remember the comment on my return story said, "Sounds like Poe." I'll never forget it, and that still fuels my writing. Okay, sounding like Poe.
Okay, come on now.
I wrote a page about how odd I thought it was that my mom had nostrils that were slightly different sizes. When Miss Brock read it, she told me I should become an author. I was surprised as I'd never considered myself to be a writer, but she was my favorite teacher and I figured she knew what she was talking about. The next year, I applied to be a kid reporter for my state newspaper and got the job. And to this day, I still find writing in little colorful notes to be one of my favorite soothing activities. Each year, I also buy my middle school students their own colorful notebooks and give them free writing time. And I look for opportunities to let them know when their writing is truly exemplary.
Yeah, that happened to me. I was in 10th grade. I never thought I was a good writer. I never thought anything. And I had my 10th grade English teacher, Miss Boucher, was the first one who told me. She said, "Come here, Elton." She always talked. She was a white lady. She always talked really soft like this. Hey, come here, Elton. I said, "Yes." This was after class. Your writing is so exceptional. I've never seen such colorful language. And I took that and I was like, that like made the rest of the year for me. And every time I went to her class, I was so excited to write for her and let her read what I wrote. Like it really like inspired me. From then on, I was like, okay, I might be able to write. And she encouraged me every day, every day in class. She would ask me to read something I wrote. It was so there it is. No tears, but sentimental story.
Aw. Well, I think that'll be a good place to end it with El Teddy's sentimental story. We've been on for an hour. That hour flew by, huh?
Isn't it?
It did. We were talking about fun stuff. And listen, y'all know it. For those who came in late, first of all, thank you all for being here. If you haven't hit the like button, if you haven't told everybody to come on over here and subscribe. But we wanted to bring you guys something light, funny, and just highlight the great things that go on with teachers since this is Teacher Appreciation Week. And thank y'all for being here and listening to us share our stories and go through these things. We always can come up. We got plenty of stuff to talk about next week, but I thought this would be, well, we thought this would be a good thing. Any final thoughts, Doc?
I am like I said, I'm refreshed. That was a good battery charge. We needed a break in the monotony. I'm sure next week we'll be back in the holy trinity of racism, discrimination, and bigotry. But to have this
I'm
break
sure.
in in all of it is great. It's absolutely great. It actually it made me pause and think about all of the years and some great stories and some great people. I won't call them students. I'll call them just people that we both have had the experience of pouring into their lives. I think that's such an awesome
Yeah. And with that, we are out. I'm gonna let him have the last word. Mwah!
thing. Love
Bye.
y'all.
Dear Eastside.